Hello, you. I want to start by demystifying the operation in AutoCAD so you can learn it in an easy, fast, and forever way. My first attempt at learning was through a book by my older brother. The name of the book was Learning AutoCAD, Release 12. The first few chapters talked about viewport, papper view, and other things that were in Greek for me, and well, I didn't make it past the first chapter of the book. My opportunity came through a friend whose father was a surveyor. And this friend helped his father by typing in Excel and drawing in AutoCAD for him. I asked him to teach me, and then he gave me some commands to start drawing. He told me to draw as if they were meters, and that then he would teach me how to set up dimensions, texts, and symbols for the scale I was going to choose and print. And so I started drawing a house plan to see if it was really possible with just those commands, and it worked out really well. As he said, he taught me how to set up quotas and texts. That opened my mind, because at that moment I discovered that what changed with the scale was not the drawing, but the dimensions of letters and symbols. It was as if I measured a letter printed with the scale meter and inserted it into the drawing. Really, when you learn by doing with those who understand, you don't forget it anymore. And those few days learning with him made all the difference for me in the future. In the technical school, the technical drawing was Nankim, and we were very demanding in terms of the quality of the projects. This AutoCAD learning was in the transition to college, and then I was able to experience how good it was to have learned. In college projects, the use of AutoCAD was already allowed for the preparation of the works, and then I carried out the operational part of the project very quickly. I confess that I sold some Cadista services to students at the time. Still during college, I worked as a CADist in architecture offices with store projects and shopping malls. There was an executive layout of architectural installations, electrical installations, hydraulics, firefighting, air conditioning, real estate. The demand was huge, and I remember working up to 7 simultaneous projects because it depended on analyses, evaluations, returns, and approvals. It was all very fast, from ignorance to being an extremely efficient operator in the projects. I told you this story to let you know that very little has changed in AutoCAD since then. It's like those Swiss Army knives that always need to add an item to keep the releases, or in the case of the pocket knife, keep the patent of the product, as the legend says. The important thing about the pocket knife to this day is the blade and the bottle opener if you drink beer. That's how AutoCAD is. To this day, I design with those same commands 80 to 90% of the time. The others just have to be consulted from time to time, because some of these fall into disuse and are removed from the application. Here you will learn that you need to memorize 6 main commands and a little more than that of secondary and configuration commands. You need to create a muscle memory to operate AutoCAD by typing with your left hand and relieving your hand on the mouse just to point. You will learn the basic configuration of dimensions, technical drawing standards necessary for the class project. You will learn how to configure printers and plotters, and you will make a basic layout and print it out. On a scale of 1 to 100, this in 7 days in the complementary module, you will develop a project for approval of a residence with the knowledge and training you have acquired. In addition to a small library of blocks necessary for this execution, it will be made from a supposed layout approved by the client. Do not worry. There will be a step-by-step video of how to do it, but I don't think you will need it. Take advantage and purchase your course. No, it will take time for you to learn and operate in AutoCAD. The course has permanent access for you to review when you want. Click Buy.